So we signed up for a food tour here in Savannah, and here's how it went. So our first stop was 22 Square, and we had shrimp and grits, which actually was really good. The spices they use with the shrimp on top makes a nice little sauce to go with the grits. Thumbs up. I would come back here to eat for their shrimp and grits. It was really good. So let's go to our next stop. One of the things the tour does give you is they actually do some like historic stuff too. So they'll talk about some of the squares here. They'll talk about River Street. So kind of a nice little add-on that it's not just food. So our second stop is at the Alita Hotel, and we're here at Rec. We have the, well, you can't see that because I've eaten it all, she crab soup. It was decent. There's better place to get she crab soup though. If you're going to be here, Vic's on the river. If you want to be on River Street, I get their she crab soup, but this was fine. So that's number 2. So far, 2 tasty treats so far. Having drinks at the Red. How's their Bloody Mary?
Excellent. It's actually Bloody Mary with tequila.
Nice. Stop number 3, the Little Crown by Pie Society. Let's try some food in there. So we're having a sausage roll, which has got the legit flaky crust and sausage inside. Oh, pretty good. I would say still number 1 is the shrimp and grits. This is number 2, then the she crab soup. Now we're off to spot number 4. I hope it's the one I think it is. My favorite biscuit shop here in Savannah, so fingers crossed. Sadly, it's not my biscuit place. We're actually at the Savannah Taste Experience. That's who's actually put it on this tour, so let's see what they have to offer in there. We look around the shop, of course, like any tour. You got to go to the shop, right? So you have that. So this here, and there's supposed to be some food afterwards, so we'll see what they have. Well, surprise, surprise, I did get a biscuit from Rise Biscuit, so yeah. It's pimento cheese and fried green tomatoes. Very nice. This is my go-to breakfast place, just FYI. Full disclosure, I eat here all the time, so very nice to have that on the tour. We did have it inside their kind of waiting area in their space, but yeah, that was a nice one. Very happy. Oh, and for those who want to know, how long do you actually walk on this tour? Well, we walked 1.8 miles. I took about 4,000 steps on the tour, okay? So it's all pretty flat. I mean, it is Savannah, so there's the cobblestones and a little uneven pavement, but you can do this. There was a family that had a stroller. They had no problem, so there is that. So it is pretty accessible, so that's kind of helpful, but just give me a heads up. It is going to be about a little over a mile, a little under 2 miles over the 3-hour tour. So it is a 3-hour tour. Nice time, but just want to give you the heads up. Next up is meant to be mojito. Let's see what's inside. And now we're finishing up the Savannah Bee Company with something sweet because we had all our savory stuff. So the empanadas are pretty good. So just FYI, if you want to grab some and go, good little place to grab some, just snack on what you drink with your buddies. Quick little things if you're for the other place, but let's go in here. So we finished off here at the Savannah Bee Company. There was 4 different honeys you got to try, and then they had a Granny Smith apple with honeycomb, honey, and cheese on it. That was really good. And then they finished off with a cookie for a nice sweet treat to finish off. But yeah, here's a nice little tour. You know, if you have a few hours to burn when you're in Savannah, doing a food tour can always be a good time. And that's the thing. Anywhere you go in the country, anywhere around the world, you'll see lots of food tours. It's a really good afternoon activity for you to enjoy, try different foods. What's cool about this one, it wasn't just like Southern food. It was more of like an eclectic mix of foods from around. So that was kind of cool thing. But I think for me, my favorite was definitely the shrimp and grits at 22 Squares. That was definitely my number 1. My last place finisher would probably be red she crab soup. That would probably come in last. It was still okay, but honestly, Vic's on the River, way better she crab soup. So hope this helps you know if you want to take a tour. If you want, we'll have a link down below if you want to check it out. But we had a nice time, and we got to meet some nice people along the way. Bye from here in Savannah.